when you share with me some stories. So I want to hear this again, man.
Okay. Well, I was an insurance adjuster for catastrophes. And so I was on a house in New Jersey in 2011 and fell off a 2-story house, landed on my head, broke my neck, broke my back, and spent a long time in bed. Tried different things, just couldn't work with all the pain. So spent a lot of time in bed, got tired of it, got to the 2017. They finally did the surgery on my neck and fixed that. So the pain's not so bad there. I just can't turn my head very far. But they never did fix the back. Working with workers' travel or workers' comp insurance is impossible to get things fixed. So I got to the point where, and about 18, started telling my mom, I said, I'm not going to lay in this bed anymore. I'm either going to eat a bullet or I'm going to go fix myself somewhere. So my doctor, I went cold turkey off their oxycodone. They had me on 120 milligrams. Then they dropped to 60. And I said, I'm not doing it anymore. I just cut off cold turkey, which made me really sick for 2 weeks. So after that, I went to the doctor and he said, if you're not going to listen to me, then go to Thailand. Why would I go to Thailand? What's in Thailand? He said, they got procedures they can do in Thailand that my hands are tied. Your insurance company won't pay for, or the FDA has not approved, like stem cells to the spine. They got things that we can't do here. He said, so go to Thailand, start a YouTube channel, and let us watch what the doctors over there do for you. So that's how I ended up in Thailand. I got to Bangkok, stayed for 3 months, skipped my flight home, stayed for an extra month, ended up going home, packing my stuff and coming back to live.
And I want to know, like, what was your thoughts when you have the suicide, things on your head, right?
I didn't want to stay in bed. I wasn't going to live like that. I'd always been healthy, fitness, worked out since 20 years old, or actually since 8 years old is wrestling. So I didn't want to live in that bed anymore. And all I did was stay in bed all day, every day for years. So
your past, which was being very active, right?
Yeah. Scuba instructor, all that stuff. Yeah.
So you cannot imagine yourself on a different position,
Yeah, I told my mom I was going to eat a bullet or I'm going to fix myself. And she actually called the police on me, had me Baker acted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm coming home from a grocery store and I got groceries and there's 15 cops outside of my house. What the hell are these guys looking at? Trying to figure out what they're there for. They're there for me. My mom thought I was going to eat a bullet. I said, no. So I said, if I was going to eat a bullet, why would I have frozen foods in my freezer or in my grocery cart right now? I'm coming home with food. So what happened was the doctors had been testing different medications on me. And there was one called gabapentin, and it's a antidepressant, but they learned that it helps with nerve pain.
Okay.
But if you don't have depression and you take this, it will give you depression.
Oh, shit.
So I ended up being Baker acted. It's supposed to be there for 72 hours. I ended up staying overnight. In the morning at 8 a.m., the doctor came in. He interviewed me, found out that they were giving me gabapentin. He said, there's nothing wrong with you. It's the gabapentin. Stop taking it. Go home. So I only spent the night in there, but it was pretty weird.
And at the same time, you are aware of many medication. Like, I think because, also like your bodybuilding past, right?
Yeah. So,
the things what can, you can take and everything. You also make a lot of research, right?
Right.
Like we talked many times about, like now is the trend. And of course, there's, the bodybuilding, it's always connected with the steroids,
right.
All the sports, right?
Right.
Basically, there's not many sports, but especially the martial arts and everything. It's always connected with some kind of steroids, right?
Yeah. PEDs are too well known. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I think, but it's still, I think not many people, like they are aware of the positive, the impact of this one.
Huge positivity with bodybuilding and steroids because I'm not doing anything I'm not huge. I was big, but I'm 56 and everybody says I think I'm 40.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for going back on testosterone for the energy to get me out of that bed and the growth hormones start helping to fix my back, I'd still be in the bed. So there's positive effects. I can't say anything bad about steroids. You can overdo anything.
Yeah.
You can take too many vitamins.
Absolutely.
You can take too much of anything.
Yeah.
So as long as it's done responsibly, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. But there's not so many like a voice of the people who want to share the information, because I see like the one who, use and looks great. They always say like, oh, I'm natural, right?
There's one guy, and actually, believe it or not, he's in Pattaya. He's from America. There's a guy in Pattaya also who is a huge voice for proponent for anything PED, and that's Tony Huge.
Okay.
And he's around. I know him. But he'll tell you all the good things about what we're doing.
But you see, you have some already from the bodybuilding, right?
Yes.
And he have his audience. It's from bodybuilding, anyway,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So I think it's like, even on my case, like I'm not bodybuilder, but I want to take care of my health, right?
Right.
And I think people need to see like the positive about my energy,
right?
My level of even happiness, right? And because if my energy is higher, I'm able to do more things. For example,
correct.
I feel better. I treat other people better, right?
Right.
So it's connect. And and I want to be the voice, because like a normal guy, I don't want to be big, right?
Right.
But I want to be healthy,
right.
And so connection. For example, like I listen your advice, right? Because I see you are not fucking over huge, right? Like you don't do it this just to be big, right? You are smart. You are, you understand, positive, negative. You are, you are clever about, using this one, right? So nobody want to listen like big dude as a no, take this, testosterone and everything. So I think now the people need the message from someone who, who say, take just a little this, check this one, and basically the foundation. Test yourself, right?
Well, the problem is today our food, especially in America, they've got so many chemicals in it that are making you more feminine.
Yeah.
And you need the test levels, like at our age or at your age, should be around 800. When I went in to get labs, I was 88. So I had to go on test. So my test levels were way too low. And so that just helps with your overall energy. And if your energy's up, you're going to be happy. You're going to go out and do things.
Yeah.
If you don't, just me not going to the gym feels bad. I have to go in the gym.
Yeah.
And when I blew out my shoulder, like I told you, same thing with you. You went on the BPC 157, and then I can't remember what else, MK 167, I think it was, or 177, 677. They healed my shoulder, and I think they healed yours pretty much.
Yeah. Still, like, that's the point. Like, you use this check, you test again, you go to different people. But I think it's most important, because if you go to a typical doctor,
all they want to do is keep you sick.
Yeah.
They just want to keep you on medications. That's the way American doctors are.
Yeah.
And that's where the money's at. Medications, big pharma is huge in America.
Yeah.
It's crazy for Thailand. The same medicine in America that would cost me $250 cost me $6 in Thailand. It's insane. Even just something like a antibiotic.
Even if you mention about the so many hormones, like on the food, chickens and everything. And I also see, I live for 5 years in the Philippines. And the main things, for the food are, out of sugar. That's why high diabetes.
Yep.
Crazy amount of the people with they look skinny, but you have big stomach.
Yeah.
You feel like, tooth are, really fucked up. When with the young people.
And it's not even the fat you see, it's the fat around your organs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's the other, like around the liver and everything.
Right.
And but I also see, like, when you said about the makes guys more feminine, right? And I totally see this on the Philippines when it's not even about the LGBT or ladyboy and everything, but you can see, like, even the male are have a less hair, like less absolute testosterone. You see on the eyes, like you can say, like, level of testosterone, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think Thailand can be similar because that's still the chicken are the cheapest one, right? The meat and everything. They make from 1 kilo, 5 kilo.
Yeah, but the chickens here are, you've seen them, they're skinny.
Right.
They're not pumped up with all the chemicals that they are in America. So you have like free range chickens here.
Yeah.
And the eggs here even taste different than they taste in America. They're more orange yolk, which is better for you. There's more stuff in that than the yellowish yolk you get in America from farm chickens. Everything's here is better because it's none of it's full of chemicals. There's nothing majorly farmed here.
Yeah.
Everything's free ranging.
Yeah. And you see, like,
the cows,
and you see, like, even food in Thailand. Everything's fresh made,
right?
Also because of the local, preparing. So they cooking like for family, right?
Yeah.
Because they buy, one pot, and they sell everything one day. Nothing's frozen, and they know if they do it at something like old or people not come back, or this, friend will be sick, right?
Right. Well, like, everybody thinks rice is bad for you. How many fat Asians do you see?
Right.
They aren't. But it's the bread in America that's horrible.
True. Yeah.
I don't eat any bread. I eat rice every meal.
And you have also the, like, people are like the vegan, whatever, they eat like brown rice because say it's better.
And
But
brown rice is actually worse.
right.
Yes,
I hear
because
about this
there's
one.
more lectins and stuff in brown rice. It's a non-peeled shell of
Sure.
white rice. So there's like 20 or 22 different chemicals that are in rice that are in the brown rice that are bad for you.
It's exactly point about the organic movement.
Yeah.
Right. The vegan movement.
Yeah. I'm done with all that.
It's business. Other it's business.
Yeah.
It's another business. Oh, white rice, but now we have a brown rice, right?
Yeah. I finally found a good beef source here, so now I'm going straight meat, straight carnivore eggs. I'll do 10 eggs for breakfast, and the rest of the day is only steak.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Welcome in the club. But my plan is also to spread the like information about the meat because people don't know what is actually good steak.
Right.
People don't have access to the good steak, or they're thinking when you go to the restaurant 1, 2, 3 times, and it's mostly it's
the steaks in the restaurants are horrible.
Great, yeah. And then you have opinion is the good steak.
Yeah.
Because you pay more.
Right.
And you don't have fucking idea what it means steak.
Right.
That's why like when I go to restaurant, mostly like the chewy. You don't, and later you have opinion. This is mean good steak. I eat good steak 2,000 baht and it was chewy.
Yeah.
But
beef's not big here though. They just don't do it.
Yeah. There's
so
no beef in Thailand.
I go get my own. I get it at Macro, and now I just met somebody that has their own farm. I can go buy a cow, and they'll cut it up. Yeah. Well, it's 2 hours north of here.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll just bring it down and put it in the freezer. Get my beef that way.
Yeah. I learned a lot about the beef. Now I'm making my picanha.
Yeah.
And like I said, my oven like they call this salamander. So it's like the heat like above
and below.
Yeah, and it's very powerful. Like 2 minutes, you have like 300 degrees.
Right.
So it's perfect. Like a fried bake on the top, and it's still like a soft inside.
Right.
So it's great. And
it's not chewy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm getting ground beef, 200 baht a kilo. I can do a lot with that.
Ground
beef.
Yeah.
And now these steaks I've seen are somewhere in that 230 a kilo range, 260, 280.
Okay.
Get into the Wagyu, and then you're going to be a little higher.
I buy my picanha 790 per kilo.
Yeah.
But from Australia.
Yeah.
Sometimes 150 days age.
Yeah.
And but there's also 2 versions. Grass fed, right?
Grass fed and grain fed.
Yeah.
You want grass fed?
Basically not, because if you have a grass, right, they have a less fat, because they need to walk more, right?
That's correct. But grain fed are fed with chemicals.
Can be, yeah. So it's like
they're putting shit in. The chickens in America, they're full size in like a few months.
Yeah,
that's not supposed to be. I have a friend that is a farmer for one of the big major, I won't say the name, egg companies, and their chickens are full grown in like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
That's not real.
Yeah, it's not working.
That's not real.
I mean, at this time you can possibly, like have the chicken, just the breast chicken.
Yeah.
Like they can produce just breast, you know?
Right.
I hear about, Chinese, the egg, like you just.
Well, and America sends their chickens over to China to be processed, and they fill them with water. So you're paying for water weight.
Yeah.
It's full of water weight.
Yeah, like they inject
them with water.
Yeah. That's
so you're paying all this water weight.
Yeah, the food is poison in general. Like we talk about choosing, this one better, this one fruit. Before I was vegan, let's fight with the meat lovers and everything. Like like our tooth, I like this. There's so many different propaganda.
I've never been a vegetable person ever, and now they come out with studies that show that vegetables and leafy greens have a defense against being eaten by animals.
Yeah,
and they put out poisons.
Yeah,
and we're eating that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.